pierced your belly button, shaved your head, and got a tattoo where your parents cannot see, but your boyfriend can.
POV. You're a kid in the early 2000s. It's a warm Sunday night in August. You flip on the TV in unadulterated anticipation. It's time for the Teen Choice Awards. If you don't know what the Teen Choice Awards are, they were an award show which were something that I looked forward to so much, and that was such a staple when it came to pop culture back in the day. The Teen Choice Awards sort of just faded away into obscurity. It had a 20-year run running from 99 to 2019. It didn't really have an ending. It just never came back after COVID. I want to talk about the show's highlights. So in this video, we're going to be going through the 1999 through 2007 Teen Choice Award ceremonies. If you guys want, I'd love to do a part 2 where I go through 2008 through 14, because after that it gets weird. If you like this video, please subscribe. So let's get into it. On August 1st, 1999, the landscape of award shows changed forever. You have to understand that the Teen Choice Awards weren't just another young awards ceremony like the VMAs, which first aired in 1984, or the Kids' Choice Awards, then known as the Big Ballot, having aired in 1987. The TCAs were different. Being nominated for a Teen Choice Award, let alone winning, was the ultimate sign of relevance among teens and young adults. The TCAs were the place to be in early to mid 2000s, and if you were nominated, you were it, and you knew it because unlike the Grammys or the VMAs, the Teen Choice Awards were fan voted by teens and young adults, which was a rarity at the time. Winning a Teen Choice Award, for lack of a better word, gave you clout.
Teenagers today are the driving force in almost every facet of entertainment.
Everyone was dying to win a coveted surfboard, because what was cooler than a surfboard? For lack of a better word, that's what the Teen Choice Awards were. They were cool. The people who made this show had the finger on the pulse. They always had the biggest stars. They had the best performances. The first ever Teen Choice Awards were stacked with stars: J-Lo, Matthew McConaughey, Anne Hathaway, Britney, and more. For performances, Christina Aguilera slayed Genie in the Bottle, the #1 song in America at the time. In Sync with Gloria Estefan sang Music of My Heart, and of course the it girl of the moment, Britney Spears, performed a mashup of Sometimes and You Drive Me Crazy. Oh my god, did Britney slay this performance, but what's new? A few other highlights are that TLC took home Choice Music Group.
As you can see, it's just the L and the C tonight. I just wanted to see how heavy it really was.
And Britney took home Choice Music Single for Baby One More Time. Lastly, of course, I gotta shout out the first ever awarded and what would come to be the coveted Choice Hottie Award, because of course a teen award show is gonna give out awards for being hot, and the winners were Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt. I think my favorite part of the Choice Hottie Award is how awkward most of the recipients are, because it's just like, thanks for thinking I'm hot, bye.
I'm actually a huge dork.
Thank you very much. I don't know what to say for this.
It's always funny. And that sums up the first ever Teen Choice Awards. The 2000s Teen Choice Awards weren't my favorite in terms of performances and awards, but they were still fun. NSYNC swept, taking home Choice Music Video for It's Gonna Be Me, Choice Single for Bye Bye Bye, and Choice Group. Personally, I think Destiny's Child got snubbed, but I'm about 23 years too late to that one, so we're gonna have to let go. Britney, the TCA darling, beat out Mariah, Christina, and Jessica Simpson and took home the Choice Female Artist Award.
Thank you. This is really, really sweet. I was not expecting this. I'm nervous.
The fact that they were all in one category is just wow. The music scene was just so, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. But all was not lost for Jessica Simpson, who won Choice Breakout Artist and won an award for Choice Love Song for Where Are You, which was a duet with her then boyfriend, Nick Lachey, of the then popular boy band 98 Degrees.
We recorded the song a month into our relationship, and we've been together for 1 year and 7 months, so thank you so much for supporting us.
For those of you who still don't know who that man is, he's the Love is Blind guy. Yeah, interesting how life works, but moving on. I think my favorite part of this night, which you will see as a trend, once again, is choice male and female hotties. Our winners are none other than Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake. Of course, not only were two of the biggest stars at the moment, but they were also dating at the time, which made this moment all the more special for fans. People were freaking out, as they should. And we got this cute little cheeky, iconic moment between the two of them.
You are kind of hot, you know?
I was thinking the same thing about you.
We should really go out, you
Maybe.
know?
And yeah, it was just cute. It was fun. That's the 2000s. The 2001 Teen Choice Awards, the show, it was just so memorable. The show literally opens with Destiny's Child presenting Choice Comedy Movie.
What's up, everybody? And welcome to the 2001 Teen Choice Awards. Come on, y'all, give it up.
And the winner is Miss Congeniality. Like, it doesn't get more deliciously 2000s than that. Speaking of which, Destiny's Child, don't worry, they came back and they got their win. They got their well-deserved Choice Group Award. The Teen Choice Awards were still trying to find its footing, but despite that, the performances were still top-notch. You had Usher performing You Remind Me, Eve and Gwen Stefani having a duet together, and even Aaron and Nick Carter sharing the stage. Mila Kunis and Kerry Washington presented Choice Summer Movie, the winner being Legally Blonde. Amazing, iconic. And if there's one thing that you will learn throughout this video, is that Britney Spears was the Teen Choice darling. Obviously, she was huge at the time, and the award show saw that and they loved her for it. She was at basically almost every Teen Choice Award ceremony up to a certain point. Like, this girl did not miss a ceremony. And if there's one thing about her, is that she was going to take home a surfboard every year. And so this year she took home, once again, she took home Choice Female Artist, which was essentially like the biggest award that night for like music. And this year, reigning Choice Male Hottie Justin Timberlake struck gold again, but this time J-Lo snagged the coveted Female Hottie Award. 2002 was when I feel the award show really came into its own. The show opened with an American Idol parody to sort of decide who would get to open and host the show.
Stop, please.
I made the shirt.
I suggest you go back to wherever you came from and make shirts the rest of your life.
And Simon Cowell was actually in the audience at the award show, and his reaction is just classic. And at this award show, guys, we had the first ever performance is Hot in Here. Like, you're kidding. You're actually kidding. Once again, our girl Britney took home Choice Female Artist. At that point, they should have just like carved her name into the boards, because she had every teen in a chokehold and she would continue to do so. This year, Justin and Britney once again reclaimed their titles as Choice Male and Female Hotties, so congrats to them. Just other random things that happened that night. Tom Welling, if you guys remember the show Smallville, was very big back then. It was Riverdale before Riverdale was Riverdale. He won Choice TV Actor. Continuing on with the theme, Spider-Man was huge that year because it had recently come out. So Spider-Man won Choice Drama Movie. Tobey Maguire also won Choice Movie Actor. And then also, side note, randomly, Jamie Lynn Spears, Britney's little sister, she made an appearance at the show.
Maybe I should help you, baby.
Well, I do have these pictures of you in the bathtub. I was thinking of putting them on eBay.
Together, she and Britney announced Toby as the Choice Movie Actor, which was actually really cute. And yeah, that's the highlights from 2002. I'm gonna be so honest with you guys. The 2003 Teen Choice Awards were kind of lackluster, so this will be pretty quick. Kelly Clarkson performed again. Honestly, she and Britney, they had to have been on retainer at this point, because they love to put out Kelly to like hit a high note. No shade, this was for good reason. Kelly has hits. So Kelly also took home Choice Female Singer. This year was also the year that Hilary Duff won Choice Breakout Artist for the Lizzie McGuire movie.
Oh my god, this is awesome, you guys! I got a surfboard!
Hilary Duff beat out Beyonce in Austin Powers and Queen Latifah. Like, you gotta love the TCAs, because what other award show would Hilary Duff beat out Beyonce? It's actually hilarious when you think about it, and it's low-key what dreams are made of. This year, J-Lo took home Choice R&B/hip-hop Artist, which is a choice. If you were mad that Beyonce got snubbed for Choice Breakout Artist, not to worry, because she ends up taking home Choice Female Hottie, which arguably is the more important award of the night. But sadly, Beyonce wasn't in attendance to accept the award. Choice Male Hottie went to Ashton Kutcher. I didn't particularly get it. Like, I was never an Ashton Kutcher girly.
I would like to thank my mom and dad for doing it.
But he was big. The entire night really did seem to be an ode to Ashton because he took home a bunch of other awards. Lastly, and I think very importantly, Skater Boy by Avril Lavigne won Choice Single, which we love to see. I am an Avril girly. I am so excited right now. The 2004 Teen Choice Awards are, I think, probably my favorite. It's so early 2000s. It's everything. This iconic ceremony was hosted by Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie. Like, come on. These two had absolutely no business hosting anything.
What is Walmart? It's like they sell wall stuff?
How could you do this to me?
How could you wear blue?
But best believe it was entertaining. It was so entertaining. So Paris' sister Nikki teamed up with the show to sort of serve as a sponsor. Every announcer the entire night was pulling the winners' names out of Nikki's line of designer handbags. The product placement was hilarious. JoJo performed Leave Get Out. She slayed the house down with the vocals. Well, baby, I'm the one to play, the live vocals, she gave the performance of a lifetime. Like, they told her this is your one and only chance, and she gave it her all. It was crazy. Ashley Simpson also performed that night, Pieces of Me. Fun fact about me, Pieces of Me is like one of my favorite songs from the early 2000s. Ashley had an unplugged mic, a loud backtrack, and a dream. That's what she had. And you know what? Lip syncing was probably the best. You know, it's not like it was the first time Ashley's done that before.
On a Monday, I'm waiting.
Needless to say, the song's a bop and I still listen to it to this day. Also, side note, Wilmer Valderrama and Marissa Cooper from the OC introduced Ashley together, and them standing together on a stage is absolutely sending me for some reason. In what world would these two be interacting? Also, Lenny Kravitz performed, so wide range of talent on that stage that night. I do have beef with the teens who voted this year for Choice Comedy Movie because Shrek 2 beat out Mean Girls, Freaky Friday, School of Rock, 13 Going on to 30, and 50 First Dates. I'm so sorry. I know the girlies love Shrek. I am not a Shrek enthusiast. Like, I know that's probably like a sin to admit online. I don't care for it. But Shrek 2 beating all of those iconic movies out is like kind of insane. Run it back and let's do a recount because it was rigged. Like, stop the count, please. That night, pop culture icon Lindsay Lohan did take home the award for Choice Comedy Movie Actress for Mean Girls. It was presented by Chad Michael Murray and James Lafferty, aka that is Nathan and Lucas Scott. Come on. Sometimes the pairings at the Teen Choice Awards were just like so random and you were like, why are these two people together? But then sometimes they were just so good and it's like, yeah, you guys know what you're doing. So as we know, 2004 was just a great year career-wise for Lindsay, and it reflected because she also went on to win Choice Breakout Movie Actress for her work in Freaky Friday, Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen, and Mean Girls. Like 2003, 2004 were Lindsay's years. She was running circles around you girls. Choice Male Breakout Actor went to Chad Michael Murray for A Cinderella Story, and he also ended up winning Choice Breakout TV Actor for One Tree Hill. The audience goes feral for him, especially when he shouted out his then fiance.
My dad, my pops, and my beautiful fiance, Sophia. I couldn't be here because she got to work.
As in Sophia Bush. A little awkward because, you know, that didn't end well, but congrats to you, King. When it comes to TV, the OC swept as it should. Misha Barton, who plays Marissa Cooper, you know, the one who was standing with Wilmer Valderrama earlier, she won Choice Breakout Artist, and Adam Brody won Choice TV Drama Actor. So fun fact about me, I love Adam Brody. Seth Cohen is actually one of my favorite TV characters to exist ever. If you haven't watched the OC, circle back to it. Love it so much. Choice album went to Usher for Confessions. When I tell you the audience lost their minds when he won, the man could barely get a word out. Usher did, however, have time to shout out Halle Berry for being hot.
Isn't Halle Berry looking beautiful tonight? I just want to thank you for being one of the most beautiful women in the house tonight, mama. Woo.
If you're wondering if they were dating, they weren't. This man was just simply shooting his shot, and you know, that's commendable. Did anything come of this? I googled. Nothing came of this. Sometimes you win so you lose some, but shout out Usher. I know you guys are dying to know Choice Female Hottie went to Jessica Simpson, while Choice Male Hottie went to Orlando Bloom. But honestly, it should have gone to Tom Welling because he looked so good that night. We as a society don't talk enough about Smallville or Tom Welling enough, but you know, that's another conversation for another day. Another just random but fun moment of the show, why was Jesse McCartney standing next to Paris Hilton? Why were those two standing next to each other? Not only that, but they announced that the audience was gonna play the world's biggest game of dodgeball ever.
The dodgeballs we'll be playing with tonight, up there.
The current record stands at 600 balls, but we are going for 1,000.
I love this show. I love this ceremony so much. So yeah, the show was so messy and nostalgic and iconic, and 2004 was just like top tier. 2005 Teen Choice Awards opened with an absolute bang. Gwen Stefani opened the show with her hit single Holla Back Girl. She had a full marching band and the crowd was absolutely going nuts, like rightfully so. Love or hate Gwen Stefani and her many self-proclaimed racial ethnic identities, the song is an absolute banger. Looking at the performance lineup for 05, I was losing my mind. You then had the Pussycat Dolls performing Don't Cha, and the girls laid, they did. I do feel bad though because it was literally Nicole getting all the lines and the rest of them just like harmonizing in the back, but this one moment especially got me. So that was interesting, but at least they all look good. Next on the performance roster was the Black Eyed Peas performing Don't Funk With My Heart, which, fun fact, Don't Funk With My Heart is my favorite Black Eyed Peas song ever. That being said, the performance was definitely a mess. It was definitely a hot mess, but hey, I was entertained.
Once you with me, I'll play Bobby, you play Whitney. If you smoke, I smoke too.
I was obsessed with all these songs growing up, and so this was just a fun treat going back and getting to watch these performances. This year was hosted by Hilary Duff and Rob Schneider. Interesting duo, but slay, I guess. Getting into the show, tell me why Amanda Bynes presenting an award with the Wayans brothers, aka the guys from White Chicks, was one of the most entertaining parts of the show.
The whole white thing is working out for you.
Yeah.
Except for back there, you got a little bedunky.
Oh, yeah?
Look good. Yeah, it's a lovely shade indeed. Lovely shade.
They announced Paris Hilton as the winner for Best Scream. Yeah. In case you didn't know, the Teen Choice Awards, they really just gave out awards for anything at the show, and I loved it. Side note, Paris devoured this bob. Like, it's so good and so bad at the same time. This year was yet another year of the OC domination, as it should. Not only did the OC win Teen Choice Drama again, but Rachel Bilson, who plays Summer in the show, won Choice TV Drama Actress, and of course my fave, Adam Brody, won Choice TV Actor for the second year in a row.
Thank you to the internet. Thank you, well, let's thank my parents. I'm up here.
And of course, I know you're all waiting with bated breath, Choice Hottie went to Chad Michael Murray and Rachel Bilson. Chad mentioned his then wife at the time. He mentioned Sophia again.
I think you're crazy, and I'm sure my wife put you up to this, but thank you.
Speaking of future marriages which would later collapse, Nick Cannon announced the winner of the Choice R&B Artist, who just so happened to be Mariah Carey. And that just gave me a good chuckle. Do you think that was the night they met? It could have been. Later on, Raven-Symoné, Hayden Panettiere presented Ashton Kutcher with a few awards, because what would the Teen Choice Awards be without Ashton Kutcher winning at least one award? Running it back to Hayden Panettiere, I love this woman. I love her. She was an icon. She was one of the It Girls, and I love her so much. Emma Roberts presented Choice Lip Lock, because of course. And so Emma Roberts presented this alongside Ryan Reynolds. So it's so funny because she looks absolutely tiny next to him. Like, it's comical. So The Notebook came out in 2004, so of course Ryan Gosling and Rachel swept multiple awards. What had me dead was them accepting the Choice Lip Lock award than just making out. They just made out heavily. The whole crowd was stunned. Honestly, I was a little bit stunned.
I think I got the wrong Ryan. They're both Canadian and
I do not remember this happening, but I mean, they're cute, I guess. I'd like to note that this category got several million votes, and like the show as a whole would get over like 14 million votes. And back then, that was a lot. If that doesn't tell you how massive this award show was, I don't know what will. Then we got this cute little moment of Hilary Duff presenting her sister Haley with the Choice Breakout Actress, because apparently her sister was in Napoleon Dynamite. Did not know that. And then for the 10,000th time, Adam Sandler won Choice Comedian, which was presented by Eva Mendes and Chad Michael Murray. I forget over these pairings. Apparently, there were no other comedians in existence at the time, because Adam Sandler, like, I'm pretty sure every single year up to this point, he won Choice Comedian. I'm gonna be honest, the 2016 Choice Awards were good, but nothing crazy happened. It was just a solid show. So Rihanna performed SOS. She absolutely slayed with her business casual-esque look. Was she lip syncing 60% of the time? Yeah. But I don't really care.
Teen Choice Awards 2006, make some noise for Rihanna!
She ate. It was so cute. Then Nelly and Timbaland performed Promiscuous, and Nelly absolutely slayed. She did so well. Like, the vocals, live vocals were there. know, he was also there. He was also present on the stage beside her. Amazing song though. Teen Choice alum Jessica Simpson returned to host alongside a white man whose name I don't really recall. That's an issue for editing me. Now on to the words. When I tell you, I know you're sick and tired of hearing me say this, but I'm sorry it was the early 2000s, but The OC was that show. It won Choice TV Drama for the 3rd year in a row. Adam Brody and Rachel Bilson from The OC won Choice TV Drama Actor and Actress yet again. This is your sign at some point to go watch that show. I just know that any time that The OC was in the category, the other teen dramas were pissed because they're like, dang, like again? They were so mad. Anyway, JoJo came out and announced the winner of Choice TV Musical, and High School Musical won. High School Musical was and is and will always be that movie, that franchise. I'm sorry, you cannot do the doer. Like, the whole cast came up and it was just so cute to see them so excited, getting recognition.
Gotta thank the fans. If we weren't, you know, we wouldn't be here today if it weren't for you. We love you guys. We love you.
Obviously today we know how huge High School Musical is and like the impact that it's had on society and like teens growing up years later. But yeah, it's cool to see like their excitement in it, you know, because for them they just work on a random Disney movie and then they just put it out. They don't even know how huge the franchise will become. I don't know, it's just very cute. Britney Spears did return to the show. She made a brief reappearance to introduce her then husband's performance. The girl was on stage for 0.5 seconds and she could not get a word out because the crowd was going ballistic. I would think this woman had rose from the dead right in front of them because they were losing their minds over her. And I would too. Understandable. It's 2007, the year that we are ending the video on. So the 2007 Teen Choice Awards had arguably one of the most iconic openings ever. So, given the massive popularity of the High School Musical franchise, the show did a spoof of the movie titled High School Musical 50th Reunion. I can't make this up. They had elderly men and women performing a medley of Get Your Head in the Game and We're All in This Together. Entire cast of High School Musical was once again in the audience and their reactions were priceless. Vanessa looked scared. Especially when the Wildcat mascot started humping, the elderly cheerleader's leg, causing the cheerleader to then start pummeling him. I can't not laugh. Like, I can't not laugh. I'm sorry. I can't believe this was on TV and I have no recollection of ever watching this or like ever hearing about this. We as a society do not discuss this nearly enough. I just feel like we need to sit in that, but we don't really have time to do that. Anyway, now you know. Now you're aware of what happened. So, and you're welcome. You're welcome. There's just no way to really segue from that, so I'm just gonna keep going. I think after Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie's year, which was 2004, this year is my favorite. 2007 is my favorite. It was hosted by Hilary Duff and Nick Cannon. Yeah. Hillary and Nick. At this point, they were just drawing names out of a hat for hosting, and I was just eating it up. So, this year at the Teen Choice Awards is what I like to call the Disney Channel takeover, okay? Not only was Zach and Vanessa and the whole cast of High School Musical in attendance, like I mentioned earlier, but also for the first time, so were the Jonas Brothers and Miley Cyrus, which huge. There's a moment when Hilary Duff introduces Miley and the Jonas Brothers to present an award.
Here are two of the hottest acts around. Her last two albums debuted at #1. Please welcome the Jonas Brothers here with Hannah Montana.
And honestly, I just found it beautiful, you know, old Disney passing baton on to like the newer Disney. Just so good, so good. Also, this moment was particularly significant because on Disney Channel, the episode of Hannah Montana where the Jonas Brothers are the guest appearance had just aired. So like people were still freaking out over that. People being me. Then you flip on the Teen Choice Awards and then you see them having another moment together on stage. Like, that's insane. Not only that, but then the Jonas Brothers also announced that they're going on tour with Hannah. The moment was just too much. Miley later went on to win Choice TV Comedy Actress, and her excitement at winning the surfboard never fails to make me laugh.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited!
She had those girlies in a chokehold. Continuing the Disney Channel takeover, High School Musical 2 won for Choice TV Movie, beating out other classics like Jump In and the Naked Brothers Band movie. If you remember the Naked Brothers Band, you are a real one. High School Musical 2 also got an honorary surfboard to recognize the movie's like historic record-breaking debut with 17 million people watching, myself included. I was there. So At the time, this was the most watched TV debut ever. When you think about that, that's insane. Like High School Musical really, once again, it was that franchise. Anyway, Zac Efron also went on to win Choice Male Hottie. Whenever this man attempted to even open his mouth the entire night, the girls were going crazy. It was so funny because like he just did not know what to do. He had like his castmates just laughing at him because anytime he opened his mouth, like he'd be like, well, I can't even say anything because no one's listening.
Lastly, really quick,
My favorite presenter duo of the night was for the Choice Comedy TV Actor. You won't believe which two people announced the award. I'll let you guess. I'm willing to bet that no one guessed Megan Fox and The Rock.
What exactly did you win your surfboard for?
Well, actually, I won surfboards. I've won many, but...
Why did they low-key have chemistry? Like, someone needs to cast them in the movie. Anyway, this year was the year that the Teen Choice Awards introduced the Choice OMG moment category, where they discuss / like make fun of pop culture moments. Notable nominees this year also included Paris Hilton goes to jail, gets out of jail, then goes to jail again. Lindsay Lohan goes to rehab, gets out of rehab, then goes to rehab again. But this year's winner was Britney Spears shaving her head. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see the Teen Choice Awards like poking fun at this moment coming. I didn't really see it coming just because given their strong history / relationship with Britney, she essentially was a huge part of putting the show on the map. She was doing performances, she was always on the carpets, like she was constantly involved with the Teen Choice Awards in its like earlier days. I'm sort of surprised that they made this joke. I guess Britney, you know, gets over it, because even though we don't see her at the following award ceremony, she does come back to accept an award in 2009 as well as like following years. So I also forgot to mention that Avril Lavigne performed Girlfriend. Fergie also performed Big Girls Don't Cry, and it was a Fergie performance. To this performance, I just want to say that lip syncing isn't always the enemy. You know, sometimes lip syncing can be our friend, and that was a 2007 TCAs. It only gets wilder from there. Guys, we made it. We made it. We got through it. Now you, like me, know a bunch of useless Teen Choice knowledge, and you're so welcome. You're so welcome. I will be back with part 2 covering 2008 through, I believe, 2014, because after that, I feel like the ceremony just goes like downhill. We just want to highlight the bright spots. And yeah, thank you guys so much for your patience and for watching this video. If you watched all the way through, love you so much. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I love you guys more than the Teen Choice Awards love Brittany and Ashton Kutcher. Okay, bye.